It's now time for Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Starring Ryan Ermanni, Michigan great and former NFL baller Braylon Edwards, and of course, Tom Mazawey. Let's talk some sports.
You know what time it is. That's right, Friday, October 28th, 2022. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, WoodwardSports.com. Braylon Edwards, good afternoon to you. And we have a very special guest here as well.
Good afternoon, my friend. It has been a long week. We've been talking about Michigan State for the better part of 5 days now. But, man, we're almost at the end, and we have the esteem, pleasure, and privilege to have my man, my brother. He's my little brother, although he's much bigger than me. Lamarr Woodley, All-American, University of Michigan, second round, pick 46. Guess who else was second round, pick 46?
Darren McCarty was also second round, 46 overall, won 4 Stanley Cups.
Oh, by
Something
the way,
about championships in that 46th pick, Lamarr
he definitely
Woodley
has a Super Bowl as well. Cheated me out of one, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, honestly, we didn't cheat you out of that.
If they would have threw me the ball, we'd have won.
No, but we already knew. Like, y'all beat us earlier that year, but we knew.
Who had 114 that game? Me.
Yeah, but we knew coming back, and y'all was coming to Pittsburgh.
You called me over the middle, too, man. I thought we was boys.
Who?
You. Who? You. That owl that said that.
You weren't wearing black and gold that day.
Very true. I was actually wearing green and white, which is even worse.
Yeah, you were wearing black and gold, so... And this was to get to the Super Bowl, so you know you got to do what you got to do.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Hey, you know, actually, too, I was on Twitter this morning, and I seen some comments that you made. I ain't trying to take over your show, but I just seen some comments.
Please do. We got 2 hours here.
About what?
You said something about one of the Michigan State players from back. Was that this year?
Oh, you talking about Xavier Henderson?
Is that? I don't know his name. Like, yeah. I really don't know anybody's name.
So we said last year jokingly. Should I go into a little
bit?
Go
for it, baby.
I wanted to ask you this.
Yeah. So we said we were joking. When you do a show and you play banter, it's rivalry week. You know, you joke on state, they joke on Michigan. You know how it goes. So we were joking and we said, so you can't even name anybody on their defense. We're joking. And I asked Ryan, I said, can you name anybody on their defense? He plays along. He says no. Oh, they
trying
took
to make
that.
a point.
They took that to heart. They were pissed. It blew up and all this thing. So after they win, Xavier Henderson says, "Oh, Mike Hart. Oh, Braylon Edwards. Oh, Taylor Lewan." And to that, he said, "I bet you know who Chuck Brantley is now." I said, "Actually, I still don't, because I said y'all defense was trash. Last year, Michigan State allowed 550 yards, 384 yards to a quarterback that hadn't had more than 200 yards that season. Their rush offense, defense sucked. Their defense still was trash. So I still don't know what the hell he's talking about. But they did win."
Okay, yeah, I read that. I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, they did. They did win, and that's where I have to be quiet. But in terms of that defense, 550 yards.
You know the guy now? Do you know him now?
No, I don't. Well, Xavier Henderson's actually a good player, but he's hurt. The other dude, man, he hasn't had a tackle since that game.
Oh, okay.
Lamarr Woodley, it is so great to have you in studio. Tom Mazawey, we say good afternoon to you, my friend.
Welcome in, guys, on a great Friday. It's maize and blue and green and white. Paul Bunyan hanging in East Lansing for the last couple of years. Lamarr, how bad you guys want Paul Bunyan back?
I mean, that should be easy. You know, we always expected to beat Michigan State. You know, the last couple times last year, we should have beat Michigan State last year, and we gave up the game. And, you know, something that they hold on to. And I got to hear it all year on Facebook. Man. You know, one thing about some of the former Michigan State players that we played against, you know, they hold on to those days of Michigan State beating us now because they didn't beat us back then. Sucked. So every time that Michigan lose the state, I just got to hear it. Now, when we win, we talk about it for a week. That's the end of it. We move on. Yeah. But them, we need to get this win because I don't want to hear that.
And just to highlight kind of what he's saying, you know, Braylon Edwards never lost to Michigan State. Lamarr Woodley never lost to Michigan State. I mean, and to think that they have kind of flipped the switch here and have won 10 of the last 14 games in this series, you know, wrap your head around that aspect of it, Lamarr.
I can only imagine what that feels like to go to a school and not beat your rival, and you got to live with that for the rest of your life. That's got to suck.
Yeah.
That's got to suck.
It's got to be terrible.
No, 100%. And the thing about Michigan State, I don't make any excuses. Like, Michigan State, Mark D'Antonio, like what they did in 2008 moving forward, man, it was just the perfect time in the Eastern Division in the Big Ten. You look at what Michigan did. They hired Rich Rodriguez. They lose their identity. Then they hired Brady Hoke. Michigan's trying to figure out who the hell they are. Penn State gets in trouble. We don't have to talk about how. Penn State gets in trouble. Even Ohio State went through their thing with Jim Tressel where they got into a little bit of trouble. They had to fire Jim Tressel, etc. So a lot of these 3-star athletes that they say they were getting a lot of those 4-star athletes that Michigan couldn't get because nobody wanted to play for Rich Rod. They were getting the 4-star athletes that Penn State couldn't get because nobody wanted to be on probation. So it was a perfect storm for Michigan State to have success.
Lamarr, talk to me about how closely you follow this current Michigan team and how good you think they are.
Ooh, I don't follow too close. I stay busy doing
I just saw
things.
you at the game.
Yeah, shit. Excuse me. I was at the game,
It's our shot.
but I was enjoying the game. You know, when we come back, sometimes you get a chance to kick it with guys you haven't seen in a while. I get to see you. I get to see some of our former players, and we spend so much time talking that you really miss the game. Even big games like Penn State, we up there in the box. We're talking the whole time while everybody enjoying the game, and we might see a last-second play. You know, but the run game, I've been enjoying the running backs. So I've been enjoying. Now that I have watched, I'm a defensive guy, but the running backs, because my man Mike Hart back there coaching.
Hey.
That's what's up.
So I love seeing that. Like the running backs really been getting after it.
Lamar, you still pay attention to the NFL?
Nah, not really. A lot of guys.
It's a background noise.
Yeah, in so many ways. You know, I just been transitioning into that new phase of life. Like, I just been really involved with my production crew. I was just telling Braylon them that I just got off tour with Spank Horton from Kevin Hart's Plastic Cup Boys. Yeah. So my production company, Area 56, we produced his whole comedy special. We're going to put that all together and sell it. So that's what I've been doing. That's been my focus.
And you... I said that, and I believe that. So let me ask you this, El. We've never really talked about that in detail. I mean, we did the one time we came over to the crib and we watched the Michigan State game. But when did this come about in terms of your creative vision, in terms of what you wanted to do with directing, getting behind the camera, etc.? And also, you being on Ballers, was this part of rubbing elbows and rubbing shoulders with that plan?
You know what? This kind of started for me when I got to the University of Michigan. Like I wanted to major in.
Slept on my couch, by the way.
I wanted to major in graphic arts and design, but at that time, you know how the football schedule is. You can't really do anything. Yeah. You know, so once I got drafted and I went to Pittsburgh, I started thinking about like my career like after the game. So I started doing radio shows every week. I had a radio show every Tuesday, I think. 1 hour radio show was fun. I did another TV show like the year after during the off season. I'll take advantage of like any opportunity where I can be around some media stuff, possibly thinking about going into broadcasting. So a lot of opportunities came about. Then like in 2009, I got tired of like people telling me what to do and what to say when I'm on air. So I produced a show called the Lamarr Woodley Show. It was on YouTube. I had my brother do an opening song for the show. I created an opening for the show, and my show was always at a different location because I wanted to highlight different areas in Pittsburgh that necessarily didn't get highlighted, but those communities supported us. So I did the Lamarr Woodley Show, put it on YouTube. It was fun. After that, I produced some pilot shows. Then I wrote something in 2015, and I started writing stuff. And I just really started building up my production company. So like, even like doing the Super Bowl runs, I would always do stuff like Maximum Magazine. I was on like Rip the Runway, music videos. I had a chance to go on Ballers, like just to get that experience of really just being on and seeing what's going on behind the scenes. And then in 2017, when I finished playing with the Arizona Cardinals, I had a show on NFL Network called Tackle My Ride. I saw that. Tackle My Ride. It was sort of like Pimp My Ride. I was exhibit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about cars, but I did the best that I can do in my exhibit role. And it was a great show that was on for 2 years. And I've just learned so much from being behind the scenes and everything. And I said, like, I wanted to do that more. I wanted to be more behind the scenes. I love behind the scene work because you don't see how much work goes in behind the scenes. You know, like behind the scenes here making the show go, people forget about that and they think about the stars in front of the camera. You know? So I started doing that, and this is easy. It's been fun. It's been great for me.
You basically used football as a vehicle for other things, really. I mean, cognizant of hey, there's going to be a time where I'm going to have the rest of my life. I got to figure out what I kind of want to do after football.
Man, one thing about it, if you can play football and be a student athlete in college, you can do anything. You will run through a brick wall. It doesn't matter if the weather outside, you got to play. If you hurt, get down to the building. If you sick, get down to the building. 100%. You know the mindset that you got to have. So now when I come into this world, it's nothing about physical no more. It's all about thinking and mental. And now I can stay up late. I can work on Christmas days. So it's like just that drive in another field where now it's not about your physical ability when you're out here competing. You're competing against everybody.
Right.
And it's fun.
Sounds very much like Dwayne Johnson and $7 production, man. That's all I'm saying. and you see how well he's doing. It reminds me of the same thing, right?
I'm having some fun.
You had mentioned going to the game against Penn State, talking to some of your former teammates and stuff like that. When you guys get together, what's the conversation like? Are you talking about football a lot of the time? You talking about what the guys are doing now? Is it a combination of the two?
It's a combination of the two. Just like when me and Braylon, we seen each other earlier. We're talking about the AFC Championship game when the Steelers beat the Jets to go to the Super Bowl.
What's that like playing each other in that game?
You say what's up before the game, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. But then after that, you're going to feel this business. If I got to crack back on Lamarr, he's my boy, I got to do it. If he sees me come across the middle, please believe he's trying to take my head off. But you respect it, and then after the game, you say, man, good stuff, man. Hope you guys bring home the Super Bowl, and you go about your business, though.
Yeah, and the thing is, you had no choice but to fall in line because they was another rival with us with the Cleveland Browns at the time when we played Braylon when he was in Cleveland. And a lot of the Pittsburgh guys wanted to knock Braylon's head off because they said he talk a lot. So I had to fall in line with the Pittsburgh guys, and if Braylon come across the middle, I got to take him out too.
I didn't mind. The reason why I talk so much to the Steelers is one, like, you got to talk in that game to like talk yourself up, because like it's cold, it's black and yellow. They play that sticks renegade in the start of the fourth quarter defense, which is always scary. And those guys hit hard. So if you out there just taking the hits and not saying nothing, they know they got you. So I talk just to let them know, no, I'm here.
You was the only one that talked. You was the only one.
Yeah.
I want to. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back. When we come back, I want to ask you about Lloyd Carr. You were there at the Penn State game where the Lloyd Carr tunnel was announced and dedicated. I want to ask you about Jim Harbaugh. We'll touch on this Michigan football team a little bit and just how far they can go. We'll do that with Lamarr Woodley. It is Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, but first a message from the Foaling Warehouse.
Yes, sir, in Hamtramck, Michigan. 2 ways to play Foaling: $12 unlimited open play or a private lane or reservation. 10 or 12 people on a lane, run you $120, and you get it for 2 hours. And how about that, huh? Great way to play Foaling. If you haven't played it, football and bowling put together. You got to get your foal on. Lots of places to drink there. They have not open bar, but full bar capabilities, and of course over 100 beers on the menu. Check it out, the $2 mystery beer machine as well. Give it a whirl. Let's get your foal on. FoalingWarehouse.com.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Hey everybody, it's JB here letting you know about Planet Fitness and how they are home to the judgment-free zone.
No judgments, baby. Judgment-free.
Intimidating judgment-free atmosphere. The gym has always been clean, but now it is cleaner than ever. With tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include training. The best part about all of this, you get it all just for $10 a month.
Only $10?
Yes, you guys. Only $10 a month. So join In Club today or check them out at planetfitness.com.
Right back here on WoodwardSports.com. Thanks so much for being a part of making us a part of your day. Hey, by the way, tough coming. Let me know when he gets here. You can go to the WoodwardSports.com shop and get your shirt, sweater, whatever the case may be. Let me know when he gets here. Tough coming, not so hot right now.
Give that to Lamarr. He can rock that. That's his.
No doubt. We're talking to Lamarr Woodley, 2006 captain for the Michigan Wolverines, first team All-American, won a Super Bowl with the Steelers, second-round pick. Lamarr, this is
just nice resume, man.
Yeah, I like.
You left
I got a laundry list.
Yeah, you left a lot of stuff off on that.
I only got 15 minutes for the segment, though, Lamarr. I want to ask you. You were back at the Penn State game in
Ann Arbor.
In Ann Arbor. Lloyd Carr had the Lloyd Carr tunnel dedication. And just what did that mean to you? What did you think of that? Because it was really the first kind of semblance of Lloyd Carr anywhere there on campus, to be honest. You got the Schembechler Hall, you got this, you got that.
Schembechler statue.
But this was Lloyd Carr's name now going up forever at that place.
I think it was great. Coach Carr's done so much for the University of Michigan and so much for me. At my years at the University of Michigan, really helping me develop as a young man, and the way that program was ran, and teaching us how to be young men in that early age in life. So I've learned so much from Coach Carr. It's from those long meetings he was having, those just that education that you needed while you was on campus. Mm-hmm. And to finally see Coach Carr get his name on that tunnel and having the opportunity to look at that every home game and every time I go to a Michigan game and say, I played for that guy. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lamarr, talking in more detail about your relationship with Lloyd Carr, and what I mean by that is, for me, I struggled with Coach Carr my freshman year. Like, he and I, we had our clashing, if you will. I later realized I was immature, and it's like it was a slow process. Shut up, man. Shut up. But it was like a slow process in terms of us getting tight and getting it together. Sophomore year, something came up. Junior year, there were things. My senior year, it was good, but it wasn't until I left Michigan that I really appreciated how much Lloyd did for me in terms of turning me into a young man, instilling values in me that I still use to this day. To this day, I'm never late. Like, I'm never late. Like, Lloyd didn't play about that being late
Right.
stuff. So, like, what was your relationship, and what do you remember most about Lloyd, what he taught you?
Of course, yours is a little bit different because you was a wide receiver. You need the ball.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's hard for you to perform if the ball ain't in your hand. So you got a lot to complain about. My game ain't predicated on somebody throwing me the ball and looking the opposite way. My game predicated on me getting after him.
Yeah.
So in that case, I understand why you can be mad.
I appreciate that.
I'm just looking at it from a player standpoint. And, Coach Carr was just, I remember when I became team captain my senior year, my thing was I finna change up how the University of Michigan is. You know how it was when you used to ride the bus?
Oh, yeah.
The bus ride was quiet. We didn't have no chance in the locker room.
Nope.
We didn't have no chance on the field.
No music.
Not Lamarr Woodley senior year. We changed that up. We had a chant on the bus. Our bus was rocking before we played Notre Dame down there. We had a chant in the locker room before we hit the field. We had a chant down there when we on the circle when we break up.
Yeah.
Man, we had a different vibe. Because I watched all those years when I was at Michigan. As an underclassman, and you watching it, how the Michigan way was. But for me, I'm like, man, we gotta have some fun. Like at my high school, from Saginaw High, it was we was a little bit rowdy, right? And we need that going on the field.
A lot of it.
Yeah, and I couldn't do that as a freshman, sophomore, junior, but my senior year when they voted me captain, I said, we finna change some things up. And that was one of the things. Even when I used to talk to the defense as a captain, I used to tell them, look, man, y'all know what we're here to do? It's 3 things we came here to do. To get a ring, a trophy, and money.
Yeah.
So pretty much all that rah-rah stuff, go out here and do that. If we go out here and do that as a team, we're going to get a ring, we're going to get a trophy, and guys going to get paid at the next level.
Conversely, doesn't that sound kind of how Jim Harbaugh has gone about it a little bit? I mean, you go to Michigan in 2015, to a Michigan game in 2015. It's a whole hell of a lot different when you go to Michigan Stadium in 2022.
Yeah. I love it. I love the DJ being out there.
DJ Ski.
Yeah, DJ Ski rocking it. Yeah. You got the little events that goes on before the doing halftime and the timeouts. We need that because when you go to other stadiums, that's what they're doing. Yeah. It's live. The crowd. You know how important the crowd is in the game. When the crowd is loud and the other team can't hear the snap count,
right?
Man, that's a big momentum swing for us. That helps out.
Mr. Blindside. I'm gonna tell you like this: as much as they don't like Dave Brandon, and I understand a lot of reasons. One thing he did do right, he started that process, like getting the hypeness about having the night games, changing the environment, starting to let go of some of the music that you can play. Dave Brandon started that, and Jim Harbaugh definitely continued it. Because
you know what, the times have changed now. These young kids now can get on here and stream all type of music. They into all different music. And if you watch the professional teams, they bringing that vibe in the stadium, and that's attracting a lot of these younger athletes. I want to go there. It seems like they having a good time. They got this celebrity around. They got that's what they want now. You get what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it was big programs on TV, and that's all you seen. Now you can click anywhere and see any game you want to at any given time, and then it's not what they throw in your face. You can go, hell, I ain't watching them today. I'm watching here because I can stream it now.
Lamarr, no doubt. Lamarr, what do you think of the NIL in college football now? And would it have been pretty cool for you guys to have been getting paid back in the day as well?
You know what? I respect the NIL, and I think it's a great thing, but I think that we all got blinded by money. I think what we should have done was focus more on the education. Because don't give me a fish, teach me how to fish. Yeah, I can make good money while I'm here playing in college and get NIL deal. Then what happened? You never educated me on the money. So while I'm here at the University of Michigan, or I'm at any university across the country, let me tap into the billion-dollar corporation that you already got. Educate me. Allow me to get some of those internships by some of these big alumni that we have. I'm not just saying Michigan. I'm just talking about alumni all across at Michigan State or any school.
Financial literacy.
Allow the student athletes to do that, because the student athlete gonna give you all their blood, sweat, and tears and everything to be a great athlete, but at the same time needs you to help me be a student athlete. So when I'm done playing this game of football, I know how to fish. But sometimes you keep throwing me the fish, that's all you've been doing. I've been catching the same fish, and I ain't learned how to fish myself.
Then when you disappear,
you done.
I'm done.
Now you don't walk away with nothing. You walk away with all the skills and all this shit. Excuse my language. You walk with all this, but you don't walk away with this. So this is what you need when you done playing. When the legs no longer work, your back hurting, you beat up. You need this. So forget the NIL money. Let me be the best student that I can be. Let me come back and get into that program and that system. Let me get into there, because when I get into there, trust me, if I was going to run through a wall for you, imagine what I can do if you power this up.
Man.
Wow.
And that's my thing. So
I wish you could run the NCAA.
And the NIL deal, everybody is not going to get them big deals. See, everybody thought they was going to get them $1 million deals and this and that. Everybody can't get that. But everybody can already there at the school that can tap into the education system. Everybody can do that. You already going to class every day. Yeah. Give me the right tutors I need. Give me everything I need to be successful for the 4 or 5 years while I'm here. Then when I leave, I'm going to be the best that I can be. Because then I can make a phone call to that big alumni that you told me about. Yeah. Now I can tap into that, and maybe they can give me an opportunity because you see what I can do with opportunity.
But you're ready for it.
I'm ready for it. I'm prepared for it. You got to prepare me for it while I'm there. When I leave, you can't prepare me for it. I got to be prepared while I'm there because these are the crucial years in your life when you're 18 years old. This is when you're growing as a man. This is your time to grow as a man. Yeah. So make sure that these athletes are growing as a man. If they give you the money now, that ain't doing nothing but creating the same problem that we got in the NFL. You give a guy that's 22, 23 with money, we don't know what to do with it. We just spend it. Now they ain't doing nothing but creating the problem early on. Now the problem is going to be now because they know how much money you making from the NIL deal. But if you can power me up with this education system that you got,
I can sustain and grow.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Too bad there weren't many more of you guys.
That was very few.
Yeah, that's my thought on it. Yeah. Like that's my thought on it because a lot of athletes, all around the country have went to a school and we all thinking that we're going to go to the next level. Everybody thinking they're going to go to the NFL, and that circle gets so small because ain't that many positions, and you got to be one to elite. But the whole time you was at the university, you never took advantage of the education system that was there. The real $1 billion machine. We looking at the $1 million machine. We are already a part of the $1 billion machine, and we can take advantage of it because everything is there that we need to sustain in life.
Let's switch gears for 2 seconds. No, you're good. You see, we let you go. We're going to clip that flex. But you talked about being elite. Let's get back to the meat and potatoes of what we do. Michigan right now, a lot of people are saying that they could be elite. Talking about the football team, talking about the squad this year. What do you need to see from Michigan in this Michigan State game? They're coming off 2 losses to Mel Tucker, one last year, which they should have won, one in the COVID year. I don't remember. I do not care. What does Michigan need to do in this Michigan State game for you?
Oh, all they need to do is keep on doing what they've been doing all year, winning. That's all I care about. Just win. I don't care how you win. I don't care how ugly it is. Yeah. Win the game. I don't care if you win by 100. I don't care if you win by 2. Win the game because it's a rival game, and a lot of people discount Michigan State sometimes because of their record. And we know in the game of football, one player out can change the entire game. It happened to us when we won and we beat Michigan State in the triple overtime. Yeah. Drew Stanton was having his way with us, running all over the field. They on the sideline.
I can't remember who hurt him. It was
me. It was me.
I know it was you.
One play can change the game. They was celebrating on the sideline, having a good time. I remember they was doing all this, celebrating. Oh, they up 17. And when Drew Stanton got hurt by Lamarr Woodley, I ain't purposely hurt him. It just happened on the play.
It was a good time. Even Drew Stanton admitted it was a good time.
When he fell and got hurt and then he got up slow.
But they teach you to tackle a certain way. You don't just go and let him go. You finish the tackle all the way.
He was hurt when he went down to the ground.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, because his arms was locked in, and only thing that can protect him.
But there's no Drew Stanton on this Michigan State team.
No, but hold on.
There's no DeAndre Cobb in that backfield.
We're talking about one play in a crucial position can hurt a team.
One play if you got a sustainable team where you can compete. The issue I have with Michigan State right now, and you're right though, like this game always comes down to
if you was hurt that Michigan State game, who the hell would have caught all them touchdowns?
Jason Avant.
No, he ain't Braylon Edwards. Jason Avant is good. He's good and great, but he ain't Braylon Edwards.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You feel what I'm saying? He ain't Braylon Edwards that can go up there and catch 3-4 touchdowns to help us bring in that win.
And you know what I'm saying? You got a prediction for Saturday?
Yeah, it's real.
We're going to win.
That's it. W.
It's just a W. I don't care how we get it, just get it.
Lamarr, can't thank you enough for coming in, man. Best of luck to you. So much. Great information, great knowledge as well.
Yeah, sure,
incredible brotherhood at the University of Michigan. We certainly thank you very much. Go Blue.
We'll be watching Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Hey,
I'm working all over for you.
I'm independent, man. I'm working.
Right.
I'm staying on the grind.
Can you, before he gets off the air, so it's different now with NIL and things they do, but back in the day, they bunk you up. Your son, the freshman summer, they bunk you up with an upperclassman. So I had Lamarr, but I didn't just have Lamarr in my 2-bedroom condo with Dave Underwood. It was Lamarr Woodley, Prescott Burgess, and Sean Crable. Yeah. I'm the smallest dude, and I'm the upperclassman. I'm the junior, and all these guys are bigger than me now. But it was fun though, man. That's how you start to learn about the program, man.
I appreciate that too, because sometimes when you're a freshman and you coming into a new school system, you be needing upperclassmen to show you the way sometimes. So when they had me stay at Braylon House, we built a good relationship, because he had me on my recruiting visit as well. Braylon used to come get his haircut in Detroit, I think every Wednesday or Thursday. He'd let me ride with him to come get a haircut because I didn't have nobody that can cut my hair. His family used to cook. I used to go over there and eat a little meal with them. So it was like home away from home.
Yep.
So you appreciate that as a freshman because you're away from your family.
Ron Bellamy did
So
that
that's
for
huge.
me.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
paying it
huge.
forward. Ron Bellamy did it for me, and you just keep it going.
Incredible stuff, man. Well, we're going to definitely keep an eye on your future because the future, shit, is almost probably brighter than the football career.
It is.
So we'll take a break, come right back. When we do, Bubba Baker, speaking of somebody who's doing pretty damn well post-playing career, we'll talk to Bubba Baker about all things going on with him, maybe a little barbecue, maybe a little this, a little that, and of course, we have to talk a little Lions. We'll do that next, but first a message from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. Why stroll when you can roll? Come on down today, practically giving them away at Les Stanford Chevrolet, located on Michigan Avenue in the great city of Dearborn. Les Stanford has allocation coming in for lease and purchase of new vehicles. They also have over 300 pre-owned cars on their lot right now, all makes, all models, all years, some with less than 500 miles on them, so they're like new. LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com. Find new roads. Find them.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Alta.
That's right.
It matters, Maz.
Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. If you got a big project coming up, Alta Rental has you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO to Alta. That's 844-GO. The number 2, Alta.
What a great Friday here in the city of Detroit. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazawey, WoodwardSports.com, flanked by Fletch and JB. Over here, Jeremy Bryant. My goodness, guys, what a great first 30 minutes of the program.
Hell
and
yeah.
we are continuing to roll here. Let's bring him in. In 1978, he was the second-round pick of the Detroit Lions, a defensive rookie of the year, 3-time Pro Bowler, Bubba Baker. My friend is back with us. The all-time sack leader as well. How can I forget that?
1 year.
All-time sack leader, single-season sack leader in the National Football League.
Hey, Bubba.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Doing great. You know, Al, I was going to start with football and then get to after football, but we just had Lamarr Woodley in studio, and he just talked about the transition after football and how important his work is after football. I mean, you are one of those guys. I mean, you had a great playing career in the NFL, but after the game, you're every bit as probably even more successful with the barbecues, with, you know, a new book coming out. I mean, just incredible stuff. Can you just talk about that transition?
Well, let me first start by saying I've had a lot of help with the transition. I got support from guys like Braylon Edwards when I opened the restaurant in Cleveland. I truly believed in developing my relationship with the veteran players, and a lot of those veteran players, like, for example, when I was a Detroit Lion, there was a guy here named Dexter Busty. He took me in, just like Lamarr Woodley was just talking about, and he and his wife Kay would get me out of those streets. Braylon, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh, 1,000%.
Myself. Hey, man, they would save me from myself. They would give me a meal of macaroni and cheese and greens and ham. And typically what I was doing was I was eating on the run. And I was, enjoying myself as a 20-year-old man in the business. So for me, guys, the transition has a lot to do with, for example, it's already on Amazon Prime. It's called Life After. And I think it's a perfect segue to lead into Life After on Prime right now, because it's become one of their more viewed programs. It's 12 NFL athletes and 8-part docuseries. And, I heard you, Tom, introducing me and making it sound glorified, but Braylon can tell you this, I can tell you this, when you first get out, however you exit, you got to find yourself first, because somebody tells you where to go, when to do it, how to do it. For in my case, it was a 13-year career, and then 4 years in college of basketball and football. I was used to following someone else's itinerary. So when I first got out of the NFL, the hardest thing for me to do, and my wife can tell you this, was to schedule my own events. I had a very difficult time. I was doing a lot of speaking. I was doing some play-by-play for not play-by-play, but, Monday after, the morning after on TV shows and radio shows. And I struggled with it because finding how to manage myself. My problem particularly was I would schedule events too close. And if anything went wrong, now I'd have the stress of being almost late.
Yeah.
And so what I've learned to do is manage myself.
Yeah. I was walking Lamarr out, so I apologize that I wasn't on air when you first jumped on. Bubba, what's going on? And before I go into that, do you remember the conversation that we had in Cleveland? This is 06, okay? I'm sitting at the restaurant. I'm picking up some food. And you had a conversation with me. Bubba proceeds to tell me, he said, look, man, you got all the talent in the world. He said, but you're not focused right now. He said, you're not focused. Right. He said, you got a lot of ability. He said, I saw you a little bit in college. I saw you your rookie year. He said, but you're not focused right now. He said, if you focused in and you went out there and got it, he said, you'll be a much better player. He said, just focus. Don't try to change a lot of stuff. Just focus. Just go after it. Man, that very next game we played the Kansas City Chiefs, and I had like 120. I jumped over dude in the end zone. I was focused that whole week. That week in practice, I was focused. I approached it from a business perspective. I had to get back to University of Michigan, like I was taught by Lloyd Carr. I had to get back to that. So I appreciate that conversation. But you're right, man, Bubba. Like when it's over, the scariest thing is you wake up and it's like you wake up in the pen like, I'm late for the meeting. No, there are no more meetings. No, there is no more practice. No, there are no more walkthroughs. What do I do now? Talk about the barbecue business, man, because it was so good in Cleveland. Talk about just how you were able to, I guess, broaden the horizon on that and expand like you've been doing.
Well, first let me be honest. I took a break from barbecue to play in the NFL. I was born into a barbecue family in Jacksonville, Florida, called Jenkins Quality Barbecue. And so, when I got an opportunity to play in the NFL, I wanted to be a superhero as a kid. So when the opportunity came for me to play in the NFL, I knew that I didn't have the ability like a Braylon Edwards. I only had one thing going for me, and that was that I had grown up in Newark, New Jersey, and I knew that I was tough. I knew that nobody was going to punk me and that the game wasn't going to be too big for me. So when I got to the barbecue business to open my own, I felt the same way. I felt like this is not going to be bigger than me. This is a chance for me now to serve others. Once I figured out where I wanted to be, which was Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where most people had known me for. I finished my career. I thought about coming back home to Detroit, where my wife is from. But, the whole thing in Cleveland just kind of smoothly went. I did a couple of TV shows, brought my grill outside. And then before I knew it, I had built a brand in Cleveland. So what did I do? I stayed right there in Cleveland, which for me was the wisest thing to do. And I brought just some old school recipes. I wasn't trying to do any of this foo-foo barbecue where you pile up the barbecue and then when people are done eating, they're still hungry. I came to Cleveland with an old school smoked barbecue, coleslaw, green beans, macaroni and cheese. And then my daughter said, let's go on Shark Tank. And that changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed it in a number of ways. It blew us up, but it also burned me out. And so I found myself stepping back from that, man. It just got too, it wasn't fun anymore. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was, I don't know, bigger isn't necessarily better.
No, it's not.
And you know, it didn't work out like I thought it would for me in being bigger. It was great. It was a nice experience, but I'm not that guy, man. Braylon, do you know what I'm saying? I am not that guy. I'm not a prime time. I'm not a Hanford Dixon.
I got you. 100%.
I'm not that
Bernie,
guy.
Kozak, et cetera.
I'm that guy that lines up. I go get my thing done. I get my work done, and then I come home to my wife and family. But you know, once we did the Shark Tank thing, it got crazy.
Yeah. It's too much.
We got so many calls the day after that it shut down our phone system in Cleveland. I mean,
big time.
And so we missed all of our carry-out orders. I had to drive all the way to the processor to help them pack. I'm not complaining about it, but I wasn't prepared. And I believe that is the biggest thing that we're seeing now after all of this, cell phones, all of the technology that we have. I think the players have too many things right now that distract them from playing on Sundays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, whatever
Fridays
it is.
next year.
I mean, you know, and not only that, I mean, I was a part of that test period going over to London. Does anybody realize that that's like an 8-hour, 9-hour flight over the water once you get to California? Then you got to play a ball game. Man, that's horrible. I feel bad for those guys playing those Thursday games over and abroad in the UK, man. I don't know, man. I think that's getting too far.
Bubba, you brought up being prepared, and I'm going to talk about you. Defensive Player Rookie of the Year. We have another defensive rookie here that has a chance to be Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that's Aiden Hutchinson out of University of Michigan. What did you take with you into when you made Defensive Rookie of the Year? What was your mindset, and what should Aiden be thinking about as he's trying to follow in your footsteps with 6 sacks already on the year?
Yeah. I think the Lions, in my opinion, you know, I'm not a coach. I could never coach, but I think the Lions could get more value out of him. And see if this makes sense, Braylon, to you. If they left him at right end or left end so he could get all of his reps and work that same guy, because as a defensive lineman, just like a receiver, you got to set your guy up. If you're working that same guy and you're running up the field, you're up under the field, and now you go up underneath him, that's a setup. But when you're flip-flopping as a rookie, I think you're getting half the amount of repetition at defensive end. And then I saw him standing up one time. See, to me, all that stuff is being too cute. Line up, get your tail up in the air, and when the ball is snapped, come off the ball. You got one job to do. That's get to the quarterback. I don't want to hear about getting double teamed. I don't want to hear about your mama was calling you. Nothing. You go get the quarterback. And I think when a young guy's in, don't give him a lot of things to think about. Let's bring out that natural Aiden Hutchinson in him, because I've seen it. I've seen him bring out some stuff. I've seen he's got a motor, but hey, you ain't playing against college all-stars no more. You're in the NFL.
Right. Grown men, they got to feed their kids.
Set up stuff, and you got to set stuff up. And let's talk about being a first-round draft choice and having a daddy like his dad. I played with his dad. We played in the same era. You've got to focus, and I know we talked about this, Braylon. You got to focus on the job at hand. Aiden Hutchinson didn't come to Detroit because he's a nice-looking guy or handsome young man, or runs this 40 or that 40, or
can dance like Michael Jackson.
They brought him here to go get the quarterback. The more he can go get the quarterback, the better it is for this team, because right now we're still dealing with Detroit, and I hate to say it, but we're plagued with this "oh no, not again" mentality. I mean, I just feel like the players, they've had games. There's 4 games that I think they clearly should have won. That, you know, a play from Aiden, a play from somebody, just like you said, you jumped up and made that play. That's why Hutchinson's is here, is to make plays. The more he can get that in his head, even if it makes him uncomfortable, that's what makes a great defensive end. You got to be on the edge. You got to be jumpy. You got to be like, man, if I didn't get no sacks. I read once in the paper where he had a game, he didn't have assist, he didn't have a sack, and he didn't make a tackle. And I'm thinking, well, all that tells me, we know he can play. He's thinking too much. Let him go. Turn him loose. Let's see what the guy's got. Tell him that, hey, look, you got 60 plays. I want you to come off the ball. You're going to be the right end. Let's see what happens. I bet you that kid walks off the field with 4, 5, 6 sacks and the trifecta. A fumble, pick it up, and a touchdown. He's thinking too much. That's the only way you can be on the field, be that talented, and not make a play.
Yeah, you're right.
Bubba, this is so great chatting with you, my friend.
It's an old friend, man. This is a pleasure.
It is just such great information, too. And again, I am so curious about this life after the NFL series, because, again, that word retire, to me, what does that even mean when you're 32, 33, 34 years old? Maybe even earlier than that. What does that even mean? I'm 43 years old. I can't imagine retiring at 43, let alone 33. So
I'm retired.
It is, right. It is on. You're here every day, man. It is on.
Well, you got enough money to retire.
Hey, put my business out there.
It is on Amazon Prime. It is called Life After the NFL, and we want to give a shout out to Sabrina as well for helping us set this up. So give our love and our thanks to Sabrina as well.
And your book.
And
congrats
the book.
On the book.
Yeah, JB,
that,
the
man.
GOAT. Just unbelievable stuff, man. You got it all going on.
100%. Oh, and I'm glad they acknowledged that 23 is the record, by the way. I'm glad they acknowledged that 23 is the record.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. A real quick thing about the book. The best athletes I ever saw are incorporated, as Braylon could probably shared before. When I was on the sidelines, I got a chance to watch Harvey Martin and Reggie White and Dexter Manley. So I built those into my characters. That the GOAT is just one character. There's 6 other characters, and my most favorite drill in all of football, Braylon will love this, I made the game about 7-on-7 because I hated being down there 1-on-1.
Oh, man.
The rest of the line.
I love 7-on-7.
I love 7-on-7. I wanted to play in that, but as a lineman, I never got to be in it. But simply, the book is called The Super 7, and it's about a group of competitive alien animals that left destruction on Mars to come here on Earth. And once they got here, they saw the planet heading in a similar fate. Failing ecosystems, desertification was making the world uninhabitable for plants and animals. And then they wind up vying for supremacy on the football field. And the message that I was trying to send, it was being written, and the characters I was drawing was all during COVID. I had heard enough about black and white, because the world's not just black and white. I had heard enough about politics, and I just said, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to do this book. I'm going to do this color, this comic book, but I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm not going to cover things that have already been covered by far more intelligent people than me. I'm going to do what I do best, and what I do best, what my company does now, I create superheroes, because the world right now, we can use a whole heck of a lot more superheroes, and that's why I played pro football. I thought pro football players were heroes, and we were. We had what we call the hero's journey. You know, Braylon, you have a good week one week, the next week you're the GOAT. And hey, listen, would you guys do me a favor? let me put out the website where there's information.
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely, please.
Al Bubba Baker. Yeah, albubbabaker.com. We've got some merch on there. This is the temporary site. This is going to be really big, guys, because it's not just about me. It's about the characters and the backstory. One of the characters was Rookie of the Year with me. His name is D-Bone. He is a wild boar, but D-Bone is tackling gender dysphoria, and he's the toughest guy on the field. I built him out of Earl Campbell. He's short. He's number 34. He's a bore. He's the crap talker on the team. But in real life, man, we got people dealing with gender dysphoria. It's a reality. So I wrote those kinds of things into the characters, and there's myself. I used my body, but I muscled it up a little bit.
Hey, you don't look so bad there.
You look good, though.
Hey, I brought football into it, and it's about 4 things. It's about football, superheroes, aliens, and animals. And at the end of the book, there is a really big message for mankind right now. Because we're doing things as human beings, as people, right now, and it doesn't even make sense. I mean, we're not even making sense as human. We're not even making sense. The kinds of things that we're doing to the world, to the ecosystem, what's going on over in the I mean, all you can do is shake your head anymore. Like, what the
Al, we can talk. We got to bring you back, talk about that, because that's something we can talk about for 2 hours,
for real.
man.
If not longer.
Yeah, no kidding. The book is on Amazon. The website, one more time, albubbabaker.com.
albubbabaker.com. Yeah, and that's a temporary site while we build the merch and put the book together. We officially are going to launch in 4 weeks. So
all right.
Go to albubbabaker.com, keep track of us, check out some of the merch. You've seen the GOAT, and thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you for agreeing to do this, Al. Thanks so much. Absolutely. Continued success as well. We are way over, so I got to take a break. Come right back. We'll react to all of it. But first, a message from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience. Register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment for your dream home, up to $200,000. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
OddsTrader.com is the #1 site for your game day bets, play-by-play updates, live scores, and the best price from every game from multiple sports books. Go to OddsTrader.com right now for your best bet. Simply put, OddsTrader.com is the best.
I don't think I can speak too much of it now that I'm a Lion. I feel like I unite Michigan and Michigan State fans, so I'm not going to speak too much on it, but I'll be tuned in, that's for sure.
Boo! When I heard the comment, I chose not to respond to it on Twitter. Twitter always gets me in trouble, so I stay away from things on Twitter, if you will. And I was trying to figure out how to attack that comment and be politically correct and sound about a fellow Michigan guy and the Detroit Lions and blah, blah, blah. The hell with politics, man. That's bull. That's bull. What do you mean because you're a Detroit Lion now that you can't say that Michigan should win the game? that you can't say that Michigan should whoop MSU as you know what. You can't say that you're a Michigan Wolverine who hates the Spartans and wish that they run the score up Jim Harbaugh. You can't say that you wish you would have won the game last year, although they cheated you out of your sack strip fumble. I will give you that. That was a hell of a play by you. I can't believe that he will sit up there and make a comment like that because he plays for the Detroit Lions. So effing what that the Detroit Lions have Michigan State fans as well. Most of them didn't even go to Michigan State. If they would have asked me the question, much like they did every year that I played in Cleveland, just because I played in Cleveland didn't mean I wasn't going to root for Michigan because I was behind enemy lines and it was O State. I'm saying, well, you know what? I don't want to piss the people off down here in Cleveland, so I just hope Michigan plays their best game. The hell with that. I used to say, man, I hope Michigan busts Ohio State's ass every year. This is a soft comment by Aiden Hutchinson. Great player, having a good rookie year so far. Don't misconstrue that. This is soft. I wish I played for the Lions. I wish they asked me the same question. Ask Lamarr Woodley that same question and see what he would have said.
I gotta tell you,
that's sauce. Look, that's weak sauce.
I love Aiden Hutchinson. Okay, I love Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's going to be a great player for the Detroit Lions. True. Listen to me. I think he's going to be a great player for the Lions. I don't think I've ever heard a professional athlete in any league say what he just said. Like, if you go through the annals of interviews for every professional athlete in the history of man and woman, and you interviewed that person, ask him about their college's rival.
I don't get it.
And I don't think I've ever heard that. I mean, that was incredibly weak because no matter what you say or no matter what you don't say, a true Michigan State fan is still going to hate you. No matter what. No matter what you say.
Stop trying to make friends with Michigan State people. If you keep getting sacks.
Here's an example.
Let me say something. If you keep getting sacks at Ford Field, those Michigan State fans that you're trying to appease are going to love you. Now, the only thing that I can think about why a comment like this is made is because everything now is so political. You can't say anything. You're trying to dance on eggshells because of what be said on Twitter or what will come back out to you or what, obviously you look at my comments last year. I'm pretty sure Jim Harbaugh had something to say about that, or Taylor Lewan's comments that he makes every year. So maybe he's dancing around it because nowadays you got to be politically correct about everything. But there is no such thing as being politically correct about your rivals.
Bros, that's your freaking school. If you can't bust balls with your teammates and fans on school, you lost.
You need
school.
New friends.
Come on, man. That was not cool.
I'd be interested to see what
I really don't care. I don't. But don't be so vanilla. That's disgusting.
I think honestly, Maz, I think you hit the nail on the head, and I think that's my problem with it more than anything. Like, I guess I don't care, but I think I hate that you just don't say anything. I mean, you're just it's like you're forcing vanilla-ness.
Yeah, come on,
you're like
man.
Forcing like this. Braylon, you said it too, so I agree with you. This political correctness.
That was a LeBron James answer.
What? LeBron wouldn't even say that.
No, LeBron's politically correct. He would dance.
And look what Michael Jordan said. Republicans buy sneakers too. I mean, come on, man.
But I'm trying to put myself in a here is an example. Jeff Okudah. I'm a Michigan fan.
Taylor Decker, Jeff Okudah, both of those guys.
I'm a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
I hate Ohio State.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Okudah. Yeah. I've been saying how much I love Jeff Okudah for a year now.
I don't think of him as Ohio State anymore.
And Michigan-Ohio State week, somebody's going to interview Jeff Okudah in the Lions media. And they're going to say, what do you think is going to happen in this game? Oh, man, I hope Ohio State, or I hope O-State beats the crap out of Michigan and we get some more buck nuts or whatever they get, those
stickers.
Not the stickers, but the necklace that they get.
They get the gold pants.
The gold pants.
Gold pants.
You think Jeff Okudah's going to say, well, I play for the Lions now. I'm in the state of Michigan, so I really shouldn't say anything. I mean, that was as weak as it gets. You're better than that, Aiden Hutchinson. You are better than that.
You know when Eddie Murphy goes on stage, Richard Pryor back in the day, and they would make fun of how white people talk? That's what Aiden Hutchinson sounded like last night.
Well, you know,
come on, man.
Well, you know what? I just hope they go out there and they play a really good game, and I hope no one gets injured. And maybe it ends in a tie, like 1966 Notre Dame, Michigan State. Look, man, I love Aiden Hutchinson. I don't have a problem with him at all. He's amazing. Almost won a Heisman last year. He's our number 2 pick, 6 sacks right now, going into week 8. You got to do better than that rivalry week, man.
All right, guys, going to take a break, come right back. But first, a message from Chili Peppers Tanning.
All righty, 27 locations, 2 right here on Woodward, more on the way. It's getting to that time, folks, when the sun's not going to be out very much. You need that vitamin D. You got to go get, maybe look better than pasty white like I'm looking right now. So get to Chili Peppers Tanning. You're going to get the cleanest salons in the D. And if you join the Pepper Club, they will beat all competitors by $5 on unlimited tanning. It's the darkest tans, the hottest bulbs, the darkest tans, and the best deals in town. ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Centron is the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. And now, for a limited time, they have put all 3 of their flavors into a limited edition 6-pack. That's right, baby. The cranberry, the sugar-free, and the classic are all in a 6-pack, and they are ready for you to pick up. CentronWorld.com/Red Wings. They are trying to re-energize the community. That's why they have teamed up with WoodwardSports.com, as well as the Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers, and Lions. So let them help you re-energize the community. Get this win thing popping, baby.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hour number 2 of the program. Thanks so much for making Woodward Sports part of your day. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazawey. We got Fletch and JB here on WoodwardSports.com. Friday before the Michigan State game, we'll have Sean McDonough, who will call the game on ABC. He'll join us in about 20 minutes from now. We'll track that Larry Foote as well in advance. That we got to do our picks. We got a lot to get to.
Just like Persian guys not be able to be found.
In the next 60 minutes or so. I did want to touch on the Lions, guys. Doing so much Michigan State today. I do want to touch on the Lions. Dan Campbell talked about Sheila Ford Ham and her saying, you know, we need patience. Here's what Dan Campbell said about Sheila.
She didn't have to do that, you know, and So certainly I appreciate that, and I know that I know that we have her support, and but I don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly either. I'm not blind to any of this. It's I appreciate that, and I know, but I also know the reality. I mean, we got to win. I mean, there's still urgency here. I mean, we know what kind of business we're in. I know what kind of business I'm in, and I know that the patience only goes so long.
So that's Dan Campbell talking about Sheila. And look, he said this during training camp too, Bray. People love him now, but you start losing a couple of games and a couple 5 turns into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, another double-digit loss season. People are going to want to change.
Yeah, I think the big thing about it is you got to remember why people fell in love with Dan Campbell. They didn't fall in love with X's and O's. He struggled at the X's and O's last year, 3-13-1. A lot of in-game decisions that were poorly made led to a lot of losses. But they fell in love with the grit, the motivation. They fell in love. It was a guy that was just like them, a guy that they can see and go have a beer with, etc. He motivates the players. The players come back early, etc. So they fell in love with that. All that's kind of gone now. Like, now we need to see Dan Campbell mature as a head coach in the National Football League. You don't get a ton of time as a head coach. Brad Holmes, he'll be here for a while. As a head coach, you don't get more than 3 years, especially when each year is progressively worse. So with Dan Campbell, what we need to see going into this Dolphins game, then the Packers game, and then I don't know what they play after that, and then it's the Bills. We just need to see in-game management. You need to see Dan Campbell make smarter decisions in game. The defense played well last game. The defense played a lot better. They dropped some interceptions that maybe could have put them in a situation to win. So they did get better on that side of the ball. But Dan Campbell, in-game decisions, you want to see him put his team in better positions moving forward.
Can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you.
Right.
I hear you, but I'm hearing that people are telling me your mic's off. I've been hearing all kinds of stuff today. I tell you the truth, but
I can hear myself
yeah,
in my ear.
I can hear you.
I hear you fine.
I can hear myself in my ear.
Can you hear me?
And Larry reached out to me. He just can't hear us when you're on the phone. I just explained to him that just get on the phone and hold on. Hopefully he will.
Got it. Okay.
Then when we take it, he'll hear us.
All right. Very good.
Lot going on over here. A lot of moving parts.
This is fun.
So how about this? I'm going to take a break. All right?
Yeah.
We're going to reset here and we'll come right back. But first, a message from Guardian Alarm. They're your local security experts, have been for over 90 years. Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind whether you are at home or on the road. They're 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what is important to you stays safe. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for peace of mind. 1-800-STAY-OUT right now.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Braylon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Boy, baby.
All right, let's get out to Big Boy for those unlimited time, whatever time it is. Get those new burgers and loaded fries. How about it? The chili cheeseburger, the bacon blue burger, and the Big Jim and those new fries, the nacho cheese fries. How about it, man? The taco fries, get them. Let's go right now. The nacho fries, the baked potato fries. Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Welcome back, WoodwardSports.com. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, and Tom Mazawey. I believe we have the one, the only Larry Foote on the line. Is this true?
Foote.
There he is. Larry.
Foote.
I don't know if he can hear us.
We could hear him fumbling on the phone, but he can't hear us.
All right.
I can hear him a little bit.
Let's protect him. Let's take him down. You know, we don't want to do anything like that. So anyway, we'll try to track Larry Foote down, but big Michigan State weekend.
I can call him, put on speakerphone.
Yeah, right. No, we don't need to do
I'm joking.
It's one of those technological days here. So people are saying my mic is still out.
I hear you though.
So I don't know what to do here, guys.
So hey, Fletch.
Either way, Braylon and Matt, you guys.
No, keep talking.
If they can't hear him, man, why is he still talking? Let's have some fun with this. Fletch, put this picture up. Because this is what people should be for Halloween, man. I saw this package, and I thought, oh, look at this, Maz. You can go down to one of these Halloween costume stores, and you can be number one.
How about that?
They got a visor. They got the stockings. I don't know what those shoes are, those. I would have to say, what are those? But the outfit looks amazing, but you can't tell me there's a real helmet in there. Like, it's got buffs?
And look at the circle in the middle there.
Oh, it does have the turnover buffs. So it's sold separately. It's like come to Costume USA and
maybe it's
spend
got
this
like
40.
one of those. Maybe it's got one of those cloth helmets in there. I saw a guy in a convertible today.
Yeah.
He had the Michigan helmet. It looked like he had a Michigan helmet on, but it was just a ski cap. But from the back, he looked like he was ready to play for Michigan. It was pretty funny.
I tell you what, man, like, you get one of those, maybe they'll throw you the ball because they're damn sure not throwing number one the ball out there in Michigan, man. They got to get Andrew Anthony the ball, man.
They will, but not yet. Like I said, I think it's time. They're just going to chill and ram the ball down Michigan State's throat right now.
Who waits 12 games to throw the ball, man?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going. I'm going what I look at so far.
Yeah.
It looks very vanilla. Just like Aiden Hutchinson's very vanilla. The offense for the Michigan Wolverines is very vanilla right now, but they're winning. They're unbeaten. Keep doing what you're doing.
The running game looks amazing. The offensive line, you still can't hear? Yeah, the offensive line, look, they are mauling individuals up front. Look, they can only play against the people that they put in front of them. And so far, Penn State's the best game they had, and they destroy Penn State. So it's fun to watch. But you
show.
But you just know.
I hear him.
I hear him. I've always heard him.
Me too.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Are we good?
Great.
Everybody can hear now?
Let's ask the Woodward Sports Chat. Can you hear Ryan? Ryan, talk a little bit.
Not yet, Ryan. Mike G says, not yet, Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh, my gosh.
You want to come share, Mike?
Oh, man, you and I should just get
I got
cozied
an
up
idea.
together.
Like that
Get
Zoom
Lamarr
call?
Woodley's mic back up there and go to the middle.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, my goodness. This
How about
is
that?
fantastic.
That one worked.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. We got it. Right.
There we go.
Thank you.
Stick.
Whoa,
Stick.
Hey.
Take a bow.
Stick.
Whoa.
He is
Stick,
like,
baby.
now listen,
baby.
no one in the chat's going to know what I'm talking about right now, but back in my day, the TV repairman would come over with his little case. Stick, come over here and get your case. Come over here and get your case. He walks in the room. He's got his tool case. He's got his tool. Look.
My tool right here.
Right here. And he fixes what needs to be fixed. The old television repairman is right here. Sam Stick Day.
The only difference is the television repairman back in your day, he was coming when the husband was at work. You know what was going on.
You know what time
You
it
know
is.
what was going on.
I will
You
also
know
do
what
house
time it
calls
is.
if needed.
Hey, see, there we go.
There you go.
Right, he's not opposed to that. I don't know what the hell we're talking about, guys. What were you guys talking about?
We're just talking about Michigan, the
We were
running game.
stalling, actually,
We really
just
were
to get you
stalling.
on.
We were looking at the costume. They have a number one costume at Halloween.
You guys
Costume
like
USA.
Halloween?
I did.
You know I
You know
love
what's
it.
funny is I used to love Halloween. Go on trick or treat when I was a kid. Then taking my sister and my brothers trick or treating, and then even after you turn into an adult and trick or treating. I mean, and Halloween really becomes fun. You go to the parties, you dress up. When you're in shape, you can wear no clothes. Women usually don't wear them either. Halloween's fun. since COVID and maybe 2 years before COVID, like I'm not the same as it relates to Halloween. Like I can go a whole 31 days of October, man, and not sniff a Halloween party.
I told you, man, yesterday.
Yeah.
This is the first year I'm not going to go out and follow my kids around and maybe get some candy thrown my way. They always get me the Almond Joys that they don't like, the Mounds bars that they don't like.
Joy.
I'm like the junk
like
guy.
Almond Joy and Mounds?
Oh, I love those.
Oh my
God. I love them. I know. Old people candy. I know.
No, they're not even old people candy. That's like the 1%er candy. Nobody eats that.
That's great candy.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, let's do this, shall we? I do want to go around the NFL, but before we do go around the NFL, we're going to have Sean McDonough coming up at 3:24. I do want to just separately talk about this Tom Brady news today.
Yeah.
Tom Brady and Giselle, they have announced their divorce is final, by the way.
That was quick.
Here is the statement from Tom Brady. Giselle posted a similar statement on Instagram today. Tom Brady writes, in recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We arrived at this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at this decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we wish only the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives that are yet to be written, and we kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate what is to come in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you. And again, Giselle posted a similar thing. These two very private people.
Are they private?
Well, I mean,
I love when they say, please respect our privacy. Like, everything you do is public.
I agree with that part of it.
Yeah.
But the problem, or not the problem, do you know how long it takes to get divorced?
Depends on how much money you have.
The easiest divorce is 90 days. Like, that is the easiest divorce, 90 days.
That's what they had.
My goodness.
But you got to think about from the standpoint, one, she has more money than him. Two, the assets have already been split up. Like, every time they do something, it's a 50-50 deal.
Yeah.
Like, they're not in one of those divorce situations where they're fighting, they're being petty. It's like, no, I'm not giving that. You know, I'm not giving. They're like, look, I got mine, you got yours, I'll see you later.
All right, let's try this once again. I believe we have Larry Foote on the phone right now. Larry, do we have you, my friend?
Foote.
Damn, I'm sorry, Larry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Larry.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say, Larry. I'm sorry,
We
man.
apologize,
That's
man.
terrible. We apologize. That's our
on our
fault.
We'll get that taken care
He's
of.
not going to pick up my calls anymore.
Yeah, he's never answering your call again, Maz.
He'll answer mine. No, I'm joking.
We apologize. We apologize to Larry for that. He tried it more than
Multiple
a few times
times.
to
We
be
really
on
do
with us.
appreciate you. You're the real
This is a
MVP.
defensive coordinator of the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We can't get him on the
As
phone.
we're talking about it.
Yeah.
All right.
So either way, what effect do you think this has on the field? Because anybody that's
take a look at it.
Well, again, anybody that's gone through personal family issues in their own life. You could be a sales guy down at the Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. You could be working the reception at Chili Peppers Tanning. It will affect your work no matter what you do. We want to give Tom Brady all kinds of credit for being so laser focused. It is a very difficult thing to move forward with.
Yeah, you give him credit for being laser focused. Look, this is what it is. It's essentially white man can't jump. It's essentially Rosie Perez talking to Woody Harrelson. Every time he goes out there and bets again, she takes him back. And she tells him, don't bet again, you better not do it again. He does it again, she takes him back. So now he keeps thinking that he can just keep going out there and playing, and Rosie Perez will always be at the crib. She'll always be there waiting for him, and he kept on doing it. And what happened when Woody Harrelson finally won at the end of the movie? He came back and Rosie Perez was gone, and it was over. It's the same thing. Hey, look, we'll go here for 1 year, then we'll retire. We retire. I'm coming back. All right, I'll go with you. All right, we'll retire after this year. I'm coming back. Just imagine being Tom Brady right now. You've essentially came back to lose your wife and play on a team that is trash. And play on a team that is trash. He is going to lose his wife and not make the playoffs in the same freaking year.
I disagree with you on that because if you think about it, I do disagree with you on it. It has got to be way more than just football. I mean, you got two alphas going at football's going to be done in 2 months.
Brian, but this is where I disagree. They've been married 13 years and they've been dating for 16 years, and you say two alphas. If it was two alphas, it would have been done a while ago. Legitimate.
No, that's not true. You don't know that.
Right, you're right. I'm not married, but I do know that this man's been playing football for 23 years. I do know that this man cannot let football go. He cannot let football go. She's at the crib. She probably obviously has sitters and whatever. She's at the crib. She keeps extending it. She keeps saying, all right, cool, I'll give you another year. I'll give you another year. I'll give you another team. She keeps doing that. Like, I'm not trying to be against Tom Brady. He's a Michigan guy. I love Tom Brady. Tom Brady can do no wrong. But in this particular situation, he thought that he had to the end. He thought that she was always going to be there. And she's like, he's not going to change. You're not going to change. You keep telling me one more year. And here we are 4 more years later.
Yeah.
What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is about way more than football.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm not it's not my marriage.
Right.
I mean,
it's not of our business.
Like what goes into somebody's
If it
marriage?
was none of our business, then they wouldn't post it for us to talk about on our show.
Well, because I mean, they're celebrities,
man.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying we talk about it.
I know we're talking about it. I'm just disagreeing with why they're getting divorced. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe they both cheated on each other a million times. I mean, you could have a million different reasons why people get divorced.
Maybe they just hate each other.
So you mean to tell me that they cheated on each other?
Oh, I'm just saying.
No. I'm playing. Listen, none of us know. I'm just playing.
We like the Eagles too. By the way. We want to mention that.
Why the fuck can't I just say shit? Like, damn. Like, why do you act like that? But when I like that towards you, man, why are you beating on me? Why are you picking on me?
Okay.
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying as it relates to their relationship and what they had. If somebody would have cheated, isn't it kind of ironic that she decides to divorce when he's come back for the 3rd time? His team sucks. He clearly is focused on just the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what Tom Brady, TB12, wants to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, maybe football had something to do with it. Football is going to be over in 3 months. I don't know if you burn the next 40, 50 years of your life and you hung on this long.
What happens next year, though? As you say, okay, well, after this, I'll retire. Now he has a boo-boo season. Now he has to revenge the boo-boo season. Now he's gonna play again next year.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, Bray. Maybe you could totally be right. I just don't know. I think great players, like the all-time greats, have a hard time hanging it up, and we're seeing it now with Serena Williams, who just a couple of days ago unretired, saying I'm not retired. Michael Jordan came back and played for the Washington Wizards. Tiger Woods can't quit the game. I mean, you're talking about the all-time greatest player. Jaromir Jagr is still playing. I mean, one of the Alexander Ovechkin. That's who I'm thinking of.
Jagr's still playing overseas.
Ovechkin was a rookie in 2009 though. So like,
but what I'm saying,
Tom Brady's played for 23 years. Like Serena Williams, there's no contact in Serena Williams' sport. There's no risk that Serena will go home one day to her husband and be brain dead or have CTE or have a concussion or get beat up. There's none of that in the other sports that you name. Tom Brady is 23 years old, 46. He's 23 years in the game, 46 years old. He's been hit a lot. When you watched that game last night, Tom was taking some brutal hits. He's 46. And you've been telling your wife, I'm going to retire for 4 years, and she's got to watch you get beat up like that, and you can't seem to walk away. It's like Rocky. Like, walk away is what Adrian was trying to tell him.
Maybe he doesn't want to be around her. Well, I mean, again,
maybe he should have just divorced her then.
Well, I'm just saying, like, people that are around, you got to go to work. That's what keeps you married. A lot of people, you should see the divorce rates in COVID when people are forced to be home.
I understand that. I'm just simply throwing that out. I added an extra caveat, and that caveat is this. If you're a significant other and your other plays in a violent sport or a violent situation, I don't know, maybe your wife's a UFC fighter and she's been fighting for 20 years and you've been watching her get knocked out, you're like, yo, stop fighting. You're going to come home, not be the same person, not be able to respond. That's what Giselle has been looking at, and now it's getting worse and worse. Tom's almost 50. When will it end?
Well, we don't know. It's going to end probably pretty soon because he's got $375 million sitting for him when he starts his Fox career. So he can make more money being an analyst for Fox than he can
hold on to those
football.
Brain cells.
So there you go.
He is the most sacked quarterback in NFL history.
He is the most sacked
Congratulations.
What is it, 555 sacks?
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
But first, a message we're going to talk to Sean McDonough. We'll do that next. Hopefully we can get back to it. Sorry, Baz. But first, a message from Custom Health Centers. We're going to get going on this next week, by the way. If you are like me, you're feeling out of shape and overweight, Custom Health Centers takes the willpower out of weight loss. Whether you need to lose 20 or 120 pounds, Custom Health Centers will help you do it quickly and safely. Go to CustomHealthCenters.com, CustomHealthCenters.com today, or give them a call, 844-789-THIN. That number, 844-789-THIN.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home? Then Mike Phillips is your guy. Keller Williams Legacy is the place to be. 23 years in the game, Mike Phillips knows what he's talking about. We were there yesterday, and oh, was it family. Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, and invest is his top priority. Call 313-403-0011. Game on. Let Mike Phillips get you in the game.
Speaking of the game, there is a big game here in Ann Arbor tomorrow night. It is Michigan State. Sean McDonough will have the call on ABC television, Channel 7 here in Detroit. Let's bring him in now. The great Sean McDonough. How you doing, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing today?
Doing fantastic, Sean. This is a big game. It's a big week. We have fun with it every year. We're a couple of Michigan guys here trying to figure out how Michigan State has won 10 of the last 14 in the series. Sean, when you go through your prep, in this game, we can't possibly wrap our heads around the fact that Michigan wouldn't win the game. How does Michigan State win a game like this?
Well, if they play better than they have so far this year, I think they are optimistic from the standpoint that they feel like they played their best game in the last game against Wisconsin. They're getting some guys back on defense, which should certainly help. Yeah, I think their chance is they can make some big plays in the passing game. I think they have an excellent receiver group. They have a veteran quarterback. I think they're going to try to throw the ball down the field, see if they can win some 50-50 balls and make hay that way. But, it's a rivalry game. I know you look at the spread. The last I saw a couple of days ago was 22 points. You'd think on the bodies of work of these two teams that maybe there isn't much of a chance for Michigan State. But I think anytime you're in a rivalry game like this, just about anything can happen.
Sean, how you been, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I can't complain, man. We got a little bit of sun outside. It's a little warm out here in Michigan in October, late October, so I'm feeling okay. I feel good about my team. But I want to ask you, as a guy that's watched both these teams over a couple of years, Michigan hasn't been able to get that edge over Michigan State. When they win one, they lose another one. Then they lose two. In a game like this, Michigan State's clearly not as good as Michigan, top to bottom. What do you need to see from Michigan to prove that they're an elite team, to prove that they are tops in the Big Ten or that they can compete with an Ohio State? What do you need to see in this game?
Well, it's a great question because, obviously they've won every game. They've looked good doing it. I was sitting here this morning looking through the numbers on defense. They're top 5 or 6 in just about every important category in the country on defense. But then you look at who they've played. They've only played 2 teams out of 7 who are in the top 106 in the country in total offense. So they really haven't played any juggernauts. I think Maryland's number 30, Penn State's number 49, and then everybody else is 106 or above. And Michigan State comes into this game number 104. So, I think I have enough respect for Michigan State, thinking back to what they did last year, thinking about what a proud program they have and how they'll be ready for this game, that, this will probably give us a better idea how good Michigan is. But I think more than anything, Braylon, what I'd like to see is them, play a real strong opponent, and then we can get a sense of how good they are.
Gotcha. Man.
Talking to Sean McDonough here on the program, woodwardsports.com. Sean, J.J. McCarthy has been a topic around here a lot. They have not had to use J.J. McCarthy a lot. What do you think Michigan will do in a game like this? Because running the football has been a way that Michigan has really dominated the year so far. They have not had to have J.J. McCarthy win a game for them this year. Do you think Michigan comes out and throws the ball, or do they run it, or what do you think is going to happen in this one?
I think they'll probably stick with what they've done very well, which is balance. The numbers are almost identical, run versus pass. I do think this will be a better Michigan State football team on defense tomorrow, in large part because they're getting key guys healthy. Slade up front hasn't had a healthy season. Henderson in the back is a really key player for them. He's missed a lot of the year. Wasn't at full speed against Wisconsin, but gave him enough. I think with the bye week, he'll be healthy. So I do think if you're looking for more out of the run from J.J. McCarthy, by design runs and that sort of thing, this will probably be the week. But I just don't think they're going to line up and run it straight ahead at this Michigan State team. I think they're too good on defense.
Sean, let me ask you this question. How impressed are you by what's going on at Michigan this year? And I ask this because you look at, they lost the offensive coordinator, they lost the defensive coordinator, and even Jim Harbaugh himself flirted with the NFL with the Minnesota Vikings. They lose David Ojabo and they lose Aiden Hutchinson. But still, they're sitting here pretty good. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's, to me, the biggest part of their season so far. I remember at the beginning of last year, you guys a couple times. I think we did 3 or 4 Michigan games last year. This is our first this year. We all remember prior to last year, they talked about would Jim even be back, or should he be back? And as you said, the visit with the Vikings this past offseason. But now we're sitting here, they're 7-0, they've won 19 out of 21. And I think he's done a tremendous job, to lose both coordinators and plug in the people that he has. And it was smart, right? He didn't want to change what they were doing, so he plugged in guys who could keep doing what they were doing, including Jesse Minter on defense. To me, the story of the season, you mentioned the guys they lost, and I would add Dax Silva on this too. The defense has played as well as it has. With kind of a no-name, no-star, as they call it, defense says a lot. But again, they played a lot of Hawaii's and UConns and Colorado State. So I think this will be a truer test, even though I don't think this is a great Michigan State offensive team. It'll be better than many that they've played. And so I think it'll be a test. But I think the biggest test of the defense are still to come.
Sean McDonough joins us, the great voice of ABC, ESPN, college football, and the NHL. And we got to talk a little NHL a little bit later, Sean, before you leave. But would this not be a great year to have that 12-team playoff? I mean, it would have really been fun to go 1-12 here this year. What's your thoughts on that, Sean?
Yeah, I've always thought it should be more than 4, at least 8. I'm glad it's going to 12. I think that would be great. It would be exciting. I agree with you. I think this would be a great year to have it, but I think there have been several other years during the 8 years history of the CFP where we could have said that as well. So, yeah, I think this would have been a good year, but I think no matter what 4 we wind up with, it's going to be pretty good.
Sean, before we let you go, I know you're a busy man. One on the NHL for me. We got our Red Wings here. They started off pretty damn good. 8 points they got. They lost the last couple. But they're a team on the rise, we think, finally. And we got our new coach, and we talked about that last year with you. But I just want to get your opinion on what is your Stanley Cup final? I know it's October. What is your Stanley Cup final? I personally, I think it's going to be the Oilers and Rangers. What's your thought on the Red Wings? And, of course, take it off the sheet for me on the final.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because ESPN and the PR folks and the people, the ESPN.com folks asked us for our predictions before the season started. I picked Colorado to win again. I just thought they were so clearly the best team last year, and they did it without, they had a good, not great goaltender. He had a very nice year, and then they switched goaltenders. So I still think the goaltending is the question, but I do think they have the best team. But and I like the pick of the Rangers. I thought they were obviously up and coming last year. I don't think, to me, it was a big surprise. I think the reason they got to where they got, maybe ahead of schedule, the goaltender had a historically great season, and I don't think it was a fluke. I think it's just started the best goalie in the NHL right now. I do think the Red Wings are improved. I like the coach. He learned, I think, under John Cooper, who to me is the best. And we talked last year about the young talent, and I think they are up and coming. And I hope so, because I think the ESPN programming people believe that, right? Because we have a number of Detroit games, so we have a couple in our ABC window, and they weren't on any of those ABC Saturday games of the week last year. So I think our programming folks are banking on them to be good, and I think the perception around the league is that they're going to be a lot better and be a playoff competitor.
The great Sean McDonough. We can't thank you enough for doing this, Sean. And who knew we were going to make it an entire Michigan State kind of segment without mentioning trouble with the snap.
And there it is.
No one has brought that up.
And there it is. Quick question.
We've never discussed that before. We hope we don't have another situation like that again.
Don't even put that in the air.
We have exercised it out of our lives, Sean.
We need a dramatic something to happen in the game. So
in favor of Michigan, preferably. Sean, before you go, number one team in the country right now, NCAA, go.
Football, I would say Georgia.
Gotcha.
Defending national champs.
I like it.
Maybe I'm biased because we had them against Oregon the opening day, and you guys probably remember that game.
Oh, yeah.
49-3.
Oregon's in the top 10. They lost that game, I think it was 49-3 or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
to beat a man,
really good.
You got to beat the man. Georgia, they are the men.
Okay, but I like this Michigan team. I do. I'm not just saying that because I'm on here with you two guys who are dressed like Bo Schembech. But I mean, it's,
my dad played for him.
They got about $120,000 of my money.
They got me for a couple.
Syracuse last week, my alma mater, thinking I'm going to call one of their biggest
wins
the Cuse
against Clemson, and I just completely watched it go down the drain in a second.
When the Cuse is in the house.
Sean, what's that like to call your alma mater like this? Especially, Syracuse, you've seen it in basketball, but in football,
it was hard because, especially. We did the game and they played 2018. Syracuse had the lead in the last minute. It was Trevor Lawrence's first start at Clemson. And this game last week was almost the exact copy. Syracuse got a lead, had a chance to widen the lead. They didn't. Shockingly, a couple of calls went against them at Death Valley. I know that that's probably a shock to many. But it's hard because I want them to win. But as an announcer, I can't really act that way. So, matter of fact, Syracuse got called for a late hit out of bounds. It was a good call, but then not long thereafter, the Syracuse quarterback got hit way out of bounds, no flag. So the producer coming out of break is going to show both of them like back to back. And I said to Tom Blackman, "You have to take this because I'm afraid of what I might say if I make my commentary over this." So you got to keep your fan part out of it and just call the game. But sometimes it's hard.
No doubt about that. Man, that was an incredible game with Michigan State not playing last week. That's the one that I focused on the much more than any.
It was the best-rated college football game of all of last week.
That's the one that I focused on. Sean, great stuff, man. Enjoy the call tomorrow night. Enjoy Ann Arbor. hopefully you get a Zingerman sandwich along the way
I'll
at
see
some
you
point.
there.
Maybe they'll bring one up to the booth or something like that.
Is Tom no longer on this show? Did he get the hook? What happened?
I'm here, Sean. I'm here. We've been going through so many technical difficulties. I figured the least voices today, the better. I just wanted you to have a nice, smooth sail today. That's all.
Well, I hope it went all right. I know my nice but not overly ostentatious hotel room probably backed up.
I didn't get the boot yet. The word is yet. The word is yet on the boot. Thanks, Sean.
Sean McDonough, thanks, my friend. That's great stuff there. We'll be looking forward to Sean and Todd Blackledge on the call for Michigan State 7:30 game in Ann Arbor. Braylon Edwards, good stuff. We're going to take a break, come right back, but first a message from Swiss Insurance.
Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. And it's very rewarding, but it comes with great responsibility. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or volunteer as a coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are protected. Call Swiss and Mark today so that the family and the community will be protected. Always trust Swiss Insurance Group.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Hey, gang, it's time to win some front row tickets to see Green Bay and Detroit live down at Ford Field, and it's easy to do it. All you got to do is record a video of yourself doing your best Dan Campbell impression. Make sure you post it on Instagram and Twitter or either one. And, of course, make the hashtag Woodward Front Row. We're going to send 3 people to the game. 3 different sets of tickets. That's 6 tickets we're giving out for the 3 best Dan Campbell impersonations. But you better do it soon because we're picking the winner next week in November the 4th.
All right, guys, you want to make some money? Here you go. You just have to follow this segment because all 3 of us have made you some money this season. Maybe even Braylon, who's a game over 500.
What do you mean even, Braylon? That was a backhanded compliment.
Well, you're 1 game over 500 minus the VIG, so you're probably around. Okay. You're not losing. Okay. You're not losing people money.
I got you.
Is what I'm saying. You stay with us. We'll make you a couple of bucks here on WoodwardSports.com. Let's go to the pick'em. There's the records right there. Maz on top, 30-17-2. We all 3 of us have 2 pushes on the year. Maz 30-17. I'm 28-19. Braylon coming in at 24-23. Plenty of season to go. Maz, here we go.
Let's start it off with the Dolphins at the Lions. Lions at home, getting 3.5. That spread has jumped up by a half point in this game. Ryan, lead us off.
I'm going to go Lions. They desperate football team. I think they're going to, I don't know if they're going to win, but they're going to cover. They're going to cover this game, I think.
3.5?
Yeah. They lose by a field goal, maybe a late field goal beats them. Maybe they're up by 4 and Dolphins score a late touchdown to win by 3. But I'm going to pick the Lions. They are doing a decent job of covering the spread, so I'll stick with the Lions.
Go ahead, Bray.
Double-digit loss for the Lions. I'm taking Dolphins.
All right, I'll take the Lions to win straight up in this game, but of course I'll take the 3.5 and put it in my pocket. Patriots at the Jets at the Meadowlands. 2.5. The Jets are a home underdog. Keep in mind they have lost 12 straight games to New England. Braylon, you're up.
I'm going Jets. They went out and got James Robinson Jr. so that they can keep the season moving in the right direction. And I think this defense is playing really good. Like, I don't think this is a farce. I think this defense led by Tazir White. They're really damn good defense. And then Sauce Gardner, Detroit native.
Easy one for me. I'll go with again, show me, right? We always talk about show me. I need to see the Jets beat the Patriots before I pick the Jets. I'm going with the Patriots for.
Did you see the Patriots last game?
Exactly why I'm picking the Patriots.
Okay.
Exactly why.
Short week, though.
Yep.
But I hear you.
They don't even know who
Exactly
their
why I'm
quarterback
picking the
is.
Patriots. I know. That's exactly why I'm picking them, because when all things look like this, that's when you go with this side.
I'm going with Gang Green. Give me the Jets to beat them finally and snap that losing streak. The other team that resides in the Meadowlands are the New York Football Giants. They go on the road and they play at a tough Seattle Seahawks, the leaders of the NFC West. Seahawks, the 3-point home favorite. Ryan.
I hate this game and wouldn't touch it.
It's the only game with 2 winning teams facing each other.
Isn't that incredible? I hate this game. I would not touch it with a 10-foot pole, but if you are giving me that pole,
jam it where the sun don't shine.
I would have to say double pause.
I'll take the points just because I don't like either team, but I'll take the points.
So you're taking the
Giants? Yeah.
I'll take the Giants right along with you. I like them. I think they keep it going. Daniel Jones, NFC Player of the Week against Geno Smith, the NFL's leading pass, completion percentage guy. Great game, though. I can't wait to watch it. Give me the G-Men.
Give me Seattle. I'm gonna stick with the tune of going with my former team. I picked the Jets. I'm gonna stick with the Seahawks. I think Geno Smith and these guys they're real. What they're doing, they're keeping it very simple for Geno Smith. They're running the ball with K9, Michigan State. It's Michigan State, Michigan week. I think K9 has a game.
All right, let's go to the Cardinals and the Vikings. This is a. Let me tell you something about this Viking game. The Vikings had the week off last week. They're 5-1, so they come in off the bye. The Cardinals are they're like a mess. The Vikings are only a 3.5-point favorite in this game. Braylon, Cardinals or the Vikings?
Vikings have been my team all year. I told you guys they will win this division and probably go to the NFC Championship at some point. I'm going to stick with it. I'm sticking with the Vikings. I think they're running the ball a little bit better with Dalvin Cook, kind of remembering some things. Justin Jefferson is due for a day.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm going to go with Arizona in this one. Again, I mean...
Either you are going to have a really good week. One of us is going to have a great week.
I'm going to go with Arizona. Again, when something looks too good to be true, it usually is.
I'm with you. I don't like anything about the Cardinals, but I'll take them. I'll take the Cardinals and pull the upset. Minnesota's going to lose this game at home. Speaking of a wacky game, do you know the Panthers at the Falcons is for the lead in the NFC South?
It's incredible.
The winner of this game will lead the NFC South. Falcons are 4-point
Who's the
favorite.
quarterback?
Falcons got Mariota. Panthers have the kid from the XFL. What the hell is
They
his name?
bench Baker Mayfield?
Walker. PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Mayfield's out. He's in a boot. Go ahead, Braylon, lead it off. Panthers getting 4 at Atlanta.
I'm taking the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons. Got to win by 4 now?
Yeah.
Well, they got to win by 5, actually.
Well, if they win by 4, it's a push.
Yeah.
I'll take the Falcons.
I'm taking Atlanta as well. I like their team, and I like their team better. And I actually like the quarterback too. I mean, Marcus
Smith. I love Marcus Smith.
Who was talking about Marcus Mariota?
I also liked Marcus Mariota.
I thought that. Well, he's a starter now, but I thought that would have been a hell of a move to bring him in as a backup.
Yeah, I liked him
and
too.
push the start. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He'd be starting by now if he was here.
Very
I'll
true.
take the Falcons, making a clean sweep.
Oh,
I really
God,
like
you know
that
what
team.
that is.
No, it's okay. We do all right on the clean sweeps.
Yeah,
Last
we do.
week, we were 2-0 on the clean sweep.
We were.
All right, let's move on to this game as a toughie.
No, it's not.
The 49ers
The lock of the week.
at the Rams. Rams getting points at home. And they've beaten the 49ers 6 straight times, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the lock of the week, ladies and
Rams
gentlemen.
favorite.
So I'll go first.
Rams are getting 1.5.
This is a lock of the week. LOCK. Lock. 49ers. 49ers win by double digits.
Wow.
I thought you were going to tell me something we didn't know. I'm mad because I picked up Jimmy G in my fantasy league, but then I did the old back and forth. Do I play Tom Brady? Do I think he's going to have a game? Oh, you got to go with Tom. It's Tom. I wish I would have played Jimmy G because I think Jimmy G is going to have a game. I think they get Christian McCaffrey involved out of the backfield. I think Jimmy G throws for about 350 and 4 touchdowns. I'm going for it.
This game, I mean, here's another one. They want you to take the Rams at home. Of course. How could you not take the Rams, the Super Bowl champions, getting points at home off a bye week?
Winning 6 in a row against this opponent.
I'll take the 49ers right along with you guys. I don't know why but I'm going to do it just because it looks so bad. And finally, this game smells to me Packers at Buffalo. They've never beaten Buffalo in Buffalo. They don't really play a lot. The Bills are favored by 11. The Packers are a mess. And Buffalo, the Mafia, will be waiting for the Packers. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I trust Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Green Bay.
You know what? It's funny because I'm going to take the Bills in this one. Tom Brady, I think, is done, and I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are done. That's how I feel about it. I think the Bills in a romp.
I'm taking the Packers right with Braylon. I cannot give up on this Green Bay team. I will not give up on them yet. If they get blown out here by Buffalo, maybe I will give up. Because guess who they get the following week? They get the Detroit Lions. So give me the Pack.
That's the get-right game, right? Up-down theory in the NFL. To be down and then up.
Give me the Pack.
All right, guys, we'll take a break. Come right back when we do. World Series starts tonight in Houston. Really interesting statistic regarding the World Series. I couldn't believe it when I saw my eyes.
There's a couple of statistics in the World Series that you're going to be shocked about.
Absolutely.
One of them has to do with Justin Verlander.
Absolutely. But first, a message from SMA.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance use disorder. Their podcast, This is the S Word, and S Word stands for stigma, because we are out here trying to destigmatize mental health. Everybody goes through something, man. Everybody, look, it is okay to not be okay, but when you're not okay, you gotta go to the places that will give you the information to give you what you need, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whatever form of mental illness you're going through or that somebody you know is going through. Go to thesportsma.com. Sean Jordan does an amazing job of giving you the content and giving you the conversation that you need that can help you or someone that you know. Thesportsma.com.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Hey, only at Big Frog can you get yourself a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. Stop in today, tell them we sent you, and they will hook you up and print you out one right on the spot. So stop in today at Big Frog in Novi to get your free Woodward Sports t-shirt, or check them out online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
I don't really get jet lag too often. I don't really, I've traveled enough to get, kind of get my system down. But yeah, for me, I was on the plane. The first 2 hours, I was, probably 8 hours flight here. So the first 2 hours, I was watching the film, watching all the cut-ups and everything else. And then for the next 4 hours, I was doing treatment on the plane. I was walking up and down the aisles. Everybody was knocked out. I was doing high knees and working on my legs and everything else, make sure I'm ready to rock. So that was good. And then the last 2 hours, the last hour of that, I fell asleep for 1 hour, and I watched the film the rest. So I felt good to go once we got back, and then we had.
What the hell happened to Russell Wilson? What the hell happened to this guy?
Put the camera over here, Fletch. You could do the solo shot. Do the solo shot. Shut up! Shut up! The reason why you could do all that is because you didn't play in the game. You had a fake hamstring injury while all those other guys out there, they were asleep because they were tired. They were busting their ass, something that you should be doing. What is going on? I know this guy. At least I thought I did. That sounds like that nervous energy you get when you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, you're just nervous. That's that nervous ramble that people do. He looks like a guy that no longer believes in himself. I don't know if it's the Subway commercials. Like, he should have been doing less Subway commercials, and he should have been there working with his wide receivers and learning the offense and learning his system and learning his teammates. Like, Russell, stop it. Broncos Nation, let's ride. Well, you know, I was getting some treatment. I was watching some film. Shut up. I'm tired of hearing from Russell Wilson. Like, I don't want to hear from Russell Wilson, AB, or Kanye West. I don't want to hear from either one of those three. All three of them are banned right now.
That's the devil's triangle.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously. Yeah, I look, Russell Wilson
That was cringeworthy.
is a shell of himself. He is a shell of himself.
You know, I was working out in the house and I was doing some high knees. Why the hell were you doing high knees on a damn airplane with turbulence? What if that thing would have took a turn and you cracked your skull open?
Can you imagine just being in the plane and having someone do that in the aisle? I mean, I think he would have been beaten to a pulp.
Oh my God.
I just want to know.
Been doing that.
I want to know how many of his teammates were fake sleep watching it. Like, yo, you see this shit? Like,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, half the team was like, yo, I cannot believe this dude. He's really our quarterback.
Yeah.
This is really the guy they paid $250 to.
This is They're playing in London. It's the last London game of the year, by the way. The Jags. And the Jags and the Broncos. So don't forget your fantasy lineups at 9:30 if you want to start anyone on that Bronco team, or if you want to start a Jaguar. 9:30. Travis Etienne. It's a good start for you.
I know.
Anyway, that's the last London game. There is one more game.
Thank God.
The Packers, I think, play in Germany coming up in a few weeks.
I know that there is a former two-time Super Bowl champ from the Denver Broncos, Hall of Famer John Elway, somewhere laughing his ass off because he told the Denver Broncos not to get that short-ass quarterback. And not only did they get him, they broke him off with 2 years left on his contract. Boy, oh boy, Denver is a you-know-what show.
Hey, Cincinnati is taking it in the teeth here.
I got 3 minutes left in the show.
Jamar Chase is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a hip injury. A hip injury for a wide receiver, Braylon.
It'll be tough, you know, because it's one of those things where you need that to plant off. You know, if it's the right hip, if you're trying to plant to the left, then, you know, you're going to need that. But they said 4 to 6 weeks, that is what's the word I'm looking for? That's reassuring, excuse me. That is reassuring because you got T. Higgins, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Joe Burrow, who took you to the Super Bowl last year. I think they got enough to maintain. If you look at their schedule, 4 out of the 5 games they play are teams under 500. So they'll be all right.
World Series Game 1 tonight, Houston and Philadelphia. Justin Verlander is going to start the game tonight. He is pitching in a World Series in a third decade. A third different decade. That is incredible.
And he doesn't have a win.
Not too many people have done that. But, yeah, 0-6 Justin Verlander in the World Series. He's too busy getting his W's against New York Yankees.
I got news for you. Whoever wins tonight is winning the World Series.
Why do you say that?
Because these two teams need the quick start. They need a quick start, especially Philadelphia. Philly's got to get this game tonight. It's going to be hard. If they can get those bats going again, they're going to be tough to beat. I'm telling you guys.
I see this like Rocky 1.
Yeah.
I see the Phillies obviously as Rocky. They're Philly. They're Rocky. They're battered. They're 87 wins. They scrounge to get in. And I see Houston as Apollo Creed, the Count of Monte Fisto, the King of Sting. I'm talking about well-oiled machine. That's what you're essentially looking at in this World Series.
Wings lose to the Boston Bruins 5-1, and the Pistons. They're wearing the teal tonight at LCA
against Atlanta. Back-to-back games at home against Atlanta. Weird.
Yeah. I know Trae Young's coming to town. They lost the first one, but they're wearing the teal ones. Maybe this is also Grant Hill bobblehead night, so maybe 33 will bring them some good old luck.
I hope so.
All right, good stuff. Michigan State. Been a great week. Braylon,
predictions around the horn.
All right,
let's go. Numbers.
I'm going to go 49-10. Michigan.
42-11.
45-17.
Look at that. All three of us in the 40s.
Yeah.
How about JB?
Something about 50.
Oh, I probably got to stick with you, Braylon. Like 42-15, anything like that.
I like that number, 42-15.
How about Fletch? Fletch, you got to give us a number.
Oh, God. Throw anything out there.
Not 2-1 either.
I'll go 35-10. I think that State can hold them a little bit more.
There you go, 35-10.
There it is.
All right, whoop, there it is. Braylon, get us out of here.
Oh, man, it was a technical difficult Friday, but, man, did we have some good guests. Good work by you, man. Sorry to yell at you. It comes with the territory.
That's okay, bro.
I appreciate you. Love you, brother. JB, hell of a week by you. We were on location. You and Fletch, you held it down, Fletch. Appreciate you. You run the show now. Love it. Adam Morency, we appreciate you. Ryan Ermanni, I love you to death, man. Go Michigan. Go Blue.
Go
it is
Blue.
time to whoop some B-U-T-T. Some boot ass.
And Foote, we're sorry, Foote.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.